Liam walked along the quiet streets of the colony, his hands deep in his pockets. The sky above was painted in shades of orange and purple, as the twin suns of Noria slowly sank below the horizon. People were returning from work, their voices soft, and the air smelled faintly of baked grains and fresh water. It was peaceful, almost too peaceful. Liam had always felt that when everything seemed calm, something extraordinary was about to happen. Tonight, that feeling was stronger than ever. He stopped at the edge of the settlement, looking toward the distant hills. In the distance, a bright light flickered. It was small at first, like a star blinking on and off, but it grew quickly, becoming a steady beam that seemed to slice through the twilight. Liam squinted, unsure what it could be. Ships rarely came to Noria anymore. Most trade and travel was handled by larger colonies near the central star system. A visiting spacecraft here was unusual. Liam's heart began to beat faster. He had always been curious, always drawn to the unknown. Suddenly, the light grew into a massive glow, and a sleek ship descended slowly, its metallic surface reflecting the colors of the sunset. The ship was unlike any Liam had ever seen. It had smooth curves, almost organic in shape, and glimmered with a soft blue light. As it touched the ground with a gentle hum, Liam felt a strange mixture of fear and excitement. He took a cautious step forward, then another, his feet carrying him closer without permission from his mind. The ship's hatch opened silently. A figure appeared, stepping down onto the ground. Liam's breath caught in his throat. She was tall and slender, with skin the color of pale blue water and hair that seemed to shimmer with faint silver light. Her eyes were large, deep, and filled with an intelligence that made Liam feel like she could see into his soul. For a moment he froze. The world around him seemed to fade, leaving only him and her. "You were only 9 when I last left you," she said, her voice soft but clear. Liam's knees nearly buckled. He had no words. Memories that had been buried deep in his mind began to rise. Flickers of a past he could not fully remember. A bright corridor, the smell of ozone, a gentle hand guiding him through darkness. He remembered being scared and yet safe at the same time, but it had been so long. "How could this be real? I don't understand," Liam managed to say, his voice trembling. Who are you?" "I am Ara," the woman replied. She stepped closer, her gaze never leaving his eyes. "Years ago I saved you from a world that was falling apart. I took care of you until it was safe to leave. Now I have returned because there is a threat coming, one that will endanger humans across many worlds." "You have a role to play, Liam." Liam shook his head, trying to make sense of what she was saying. He had always dreamed of adventure, of something beyond the colony, but this was more than he could have imagined. "A threat?" he asked. "What kind of threat? Why me?" Ara's expression softened. "When I first met you, I awakened a potential within you, a trait that is rare among humans. It is a strength that allows you to survive and thrive in conditions most cannot. The coming danger is unlike anything the galaxy has faced. You will need your courage, your instincts, and your humanity." Liam swallowed hard. His mind raced. A hidden strength inside him? Humans were ordinary, weren't they? Yet as he looked into her eyes, he felt a spark of something unfamiliar, a memory of warmth and protection from when he was a child. He remembered the comfort of her presence, the way she had spoken to him and the strange lessons she had taught him. Though he could not recall the words, something inside him stirred and he knew she was telling the truth. What do I have to do?" he asked finally, his voice steadier. "You will come with me," Ara said. "There is a ship. You must leave the colony and train. Your mind and body will be tested. You will learn what it means to be human in ways you have never imagined. There are others like you, humans who have been guided by my kind. You will see what humans can truly achieve when faced with the stars." Liam looked back at his home. The streets were quiet, the lights warm and familiar. His heart ached with the thought of leaving, but the longing for adventure and the pull of the unknown was stronger. He nodded slowly. "Okay, I will go." Ara smiled, a small curve that made her eyes sparkle. "Good, you will not be alone. Together, we will prepare for what is coming." They walked toward her ship. As they approached, Liam noticed the strange symbols etched along the surface, glowing faintly like constellations. The air hummed with energy, and Liam felt a warmth that was almost comforting. He had never been inside a ship like this. The walls seemed alive, shifting subtly as if the craft itself was breathing. Ara gestured for him to step inside. The interior was vast and open, filled with soft lights and strange instruments that Liam could not name. Screens displayed stars, planets, and unknown galaxies moving in real time. Liam wandered, taking it all in while Ara watched him patiently. "You will train here," she said, "but first you must understand the galaxy and your place in it. Humans are small yet resilient. You have the ability to adapt, to overcome, and to create. These are gifts that no alien can replicate. This is why you are important." Liam nodded, trying to absorb every word. He felt a mix of awe and nervousness. He had always known humans were clever, but hearing it from someone from beyond the stars made it real. I want to be ready," he said. Ara placed her hand on his shoulder. "You will be ready. But readiness is more than skill. It is heart, courage, and understanding who you are. I will guide you, but the lessons are yours to learn. Trust yourself, Liam, and you will see what humans can do." Hours passed, though Liam could not tell how. Ara showed him the basics: how to move in low gravity, how to interface with the ship's systems, how to sense danger in ways that felt almost instinctive. Liam struggled at first, but each time he pushed through, he felt something growing inside him, a confidence and clarity he had never known. He realized that he had been limited by his own doubt. Humans could learn, adapt, and achieve things no one expected. By the time the twin suns had disappeared completely, replaced by a sky filled with stars, Liam felt a change within himself. The fear that had gripped him when he first saw Ara had faded, replaced by determination. He was ready to learn, ready to face the unknown, ready to step into a larger universe. Ara watched him quietly, her eyes reflecting the star-filled sky. "Tomorrow the real training begins," she said. "Tonight rest. Remember, Liam, humans are special not because of strength or speed alone, but because of the heart and mind you carry. That is what the galaxy often underestimates." Liam lay in the ship's sleeping quarters, staring at the soft glow above him. The memories of his past encounter with Ara whispered in his mind, mixing with the excitement of what was to come. He realized that the quiet colony he had called home was just the beginning. Beyond the stars, challenges awaited, but so did growth, adventure, and the chance to prove the true power of humanity. Sleep came slowly, but when it did, it carried him into dreams filled with distant planets, strange creatures, and the feeling of being small yet powerful. For the first time, Liam understood what Ara had meant. Humans could survive, adapt, and shine even where the galaxy expected them to fail. That realization filled him with hope, courage, and a sense of purpose he had never known before. When morning came, the ship's soft lights gently woke him. Ara was already waiting, her expression calm and steady. "It is time," she said. "The galaxy will test you, Liam, but you will show what humans can do. Come, let us begin." Liam rose, feeling stronger than ever. He stepped forward, following Ara into the vastness of space, leaving behind the quiet colony and stepping into a future full of challenge, discovery, and the remarkable potential of humanity. The adventure had begun, and Liam knew that whatever came, he was ready to meet it with courage, intelligence, and heart. Humans had always been underestimated, but now, with guidance and determination, Liam would show the galaxy that humanity was extraordinary. The next morning, Liam woke to a soft hum vibrating through the ship. The light filtering in through the translucent walls painted the room in pale blues and golds. He stretched and rubbed his eyes, still feeling the wonder of the previous day. Ara was already waiting outside the room, her calm figure framed by the soft glow of the corridor. "Good morning, Liam," she said. "Today we begin your training. You must prepare yourself, not only in body, but in mind. Humans often rely on instinct, but instinct alone is not enough. You must learn to understand, to adapt, and to create." Liam nodded, trying to steady his excitement. "I'm ready," he said, though a flicker of doubt ran through him. The weight of the journey ahead felt immense. Ara smiled slightly, sensing the uncertainty. "Your abilities were awakened when we first met," she explained. "It is rare among humans. It allows you to survive and thrive in conditions that would challenge even the most advanced species. But potential alone is not enough. It must be trained, sharpened, and tested. Today, you will learn to use it." They entered a large training chamber. The walls shimmered, reflecting a soft light that seemed almost alive. Liam felt the floor beneath his feet shift slightly, adjusting to his weight as though it were responding to him. Ara gestured for him to stand in the center. First, we will test your agility and perception, Ara said. You must move with focus and awareness. Humans often see obstacles and immediately assume limits. You will learn that limits can be overcome. Liam took a deep breath. The chamber around him changed. Holographic shapes appeared, blocks, beams, and walls of shifting light. Some moved quickly, others floated slowly. The goal was simple: navigate the room without touching any obstacles. At first, Liam stumbled. His foot caught a floating beam, sending a soft alarm through the chamber. Ara's calm voice encouraged him. Do not think of failure as defeat. Observe, adapt, and try again. Humans have the unique ability to learn from mistakes faster than most species. Use it. Liam stepped back and focused. He noticed patterns in the movement of the obstacles. He began to anticipate their motion, stepping with timing and precision. His heart raced, but his mind was clear. By the third attempt, he moved through the maze almost effortlessly, dodging and weaving with a speed that surprised even him. Ara's eyes glowed faintly. You are learning quickly. Observe, adapt, and innovate. These are the qualities that make humans special. Even in unfamiliar environments, your mind finds solutions. Remember this feeling. It will serve you in the challenges ahead. Next, Ara led him to a different section of the chamber. Here the walls projected images of strange planets and alien landscapes. Some had thick clouds of gas, others were frozen wastelands, and some glowed with energy Liam could almost feel. Ara explained, humans are not limited to familiar worlds. Your potential allows you to survive where others cannot. This will be tested in environments that are hostile or alien. You will learn to use your senses in new ways. Liam stepped forward. The floor beneath him shifted into a rocky terrain. The air felt thin and cold. He took a careful step, noticing how his balance adjusted instinctively. Ara had instructed him to focus on small changes: the shift of his weight, the movement of his feet, the way his body reacted to uneven ground. Slowly, he began to move faster, running, climbing, and leaping over obstacles. His body felt alive in a way he had never experienced. You are beginning to understand, Ara said. Your instincts are human, but your mind can guide them. The combination of instinct and reasoning is a powerful force. No alien can match it in all circumstances. Hours passed in similar exercises. Liam pushed himself further than he had ever gone. Each time, Ara raised the difficulty. Gravity shifted unpredictably. Energy fields pulsed through the floor. Alien constructs moved in patterns designed to confuse and challenge him. Yet each time, Liam adapted. He began to trust his intuition and to combine it with reasoning. During a brief rest, Liam looked at Ara. I didn't know humans could do this, he said, amazed. I always thought we were just ordinary. Ara smiled softly. Humans are underestimated. You survive, adapt, and innovate. You create solutions that no alien can anticipate. That is why you are important. The galaxy often forgets the power of human resilience, but you will show them. After resting, Ara guided Liam to a different kind of training. This time it was not about movement or perception, but about mental agility and emotional understanding. Holographic scenarios appeared, alien diplomats negotiating complex machinery malfunctioning, and emergencies requiring quick decisions. Liam had to assess, analyze, and act. At first he struggled. His decisions were hesitant. Ara observed quietly, then said, Do not rely solely on logic. Humans have something others do not. Intuition shaped by empathy, creativity, and awareness. Use it. Consider not only the facts but the feelings, the environment, and the possibilities. This is how humans innovate. Liam tried again. He imagined what the beings in the scenarios might want, what their priorities could be. He combined his reasoning with empathy, predicting outcomes and making choices that surprised even Ara. One scenario required him to prevent a simulated disaster on a space station. Using both observation and intuition, he found a solution that avoided harm to everyone involved. Ara nodded. Exactly. You are learning to see beyond immediate problems. Humans think differently. You adapt to unexpected challenges, and your solutions often come from creativity and insight. Never underestimate this ability. By the end of the day, Liam's confidence had grown. He felt stronger, faster, and more aware than ever before. More importantly, he felt a connection to his own potential, a deep sense that humans, though small in numbers, were capable of remarkable things. Ara observed him closely. "You are ready for the next step," she said. "Soon you will see the galaxy not as a collection of obstacles, but as a place where humans can thrive and inspire change." That evening, Liam returned to his quarters. His body ached, but his mind was alive with new possibilities. He thought of the humans on distant colonies, facing challenges with limited resources. He realized that even ordinary humans could achieve extraordinary results with courage, determination, and ingenuity. He felt a pride in his species he had never known before. As he gazed out at the stars through the ship's window, he reflected on Ara's words. Humans were underestimated because others could not see their creativity and resilience. Yet these qualities could make them formidable allies and capable defenders. Liam felt a stirring of responsibility. The coming threat would test humanity, and he knew he must be ready. Ara appeared quietly beside him. "Rest, Liam. Tomorrow we will begin traveling through space. You will face new environments, new beings, and challenges that will stretch your mind and body further. Each step will prepare you for the threat ahead. Remember, humans are special not because of strength alone, but because of the ability to adapt, learn, and create solutions where none seem possible." Liam nodded, feeling a sense of purpose settle in his chest. "I understand," he said. "I will do my best." Ara smiled, a small, knowing expression. "That is all I ask. The galaxy underestimates humans, but you will show them what it means to be human. Courage, intelligence, and heart are your weapons. Use them wisely." As Liam lay down to sleep, the ship hummed softly around him. He could feel the energy of the craft, the subtle connection between his mind and its systems. Dreams came easily, filled with distant stars, strange planets, and glimpses of creatures both terrifying and wondrous. In these dreams, Liam moved, with confidence and clarity, navigating challenges that seemed impossible, solving problems that tested his courage and intelligence. When morning came, Liam awoke ready. He knew that the days ahead would be even more demanding, but he also knew he was no longer the same boy who had once walked the streets of a quiet colony. He was awakening to the potential that had been lying dormant within him, the potential to survive, adapt, and thrive beyond the expectations of anyone, human or alien. Ara was waiting. "Today we begin our journey through the stars," she said. "You will see worlds that few humans have seen. You will encounter challenges that will test everything you have learned. But I have faith in you, Liam. You are ready to see the galaxy through the eyes of a human capable of extraordinary things." Liam stepped forward, heart steady, mind clear, and determination strong. The galaxy awaited, vast and unpredictable, but he knew that humanity's resilience, creativity, and courage would guide him. He was ready to begin the next chapter of his adventure, to discover what humans could achieve when pushed beyond limits and to prove that even the smallest of species could leave a mark on the stars. The ship hummed softly as it left the orbit of Noria. Liam stood at the observation window, watching the twin suns disappear behind the planet's horizon. Beyond them stretched the vastness of space, dotted with stars that twinkled like tiny beacons. He felt both small and limitless, a single human traveling among worlds filled with mysteries he had only begun to understand. Ara approached silently, her blue skin glowing faintly in the soft light. "The universe is larger than most humans can imagine," she said. "Out there in the darkness between stars, life exists in forms both wondrous and dangerous. You must remain aware, adaptable, and courageous. Humans have qualities others often overlook. It is those qualities that will carry us forward." Liam nodded, feeling the weight of her words. He had trained on the ship, learning to hone his mind and body, but space was different. The endless void carried both freedom and danger. He took a deep breath, trying to steady his thoughts. "Where are we going first?" he asked. Ara pointed to a cluster of glowing stars. "We are heading to the Velix sector. Reports indicate unusual activity there. An alien species has been probing human colonies, testing defenses. You will observe, learn, and if necessary, act. This will be your first real challenge beyond training. As they traveled, Liam watched the stars shift and swirl outside the ship. Ara taught him to read cosmic energy patterns, to sense gravitational anomalies, and to notice subtle changes in the environment that most humans would miss. Each lesson reinforced the unique abilities he had begun to discover. He realized that even in the vast emptiness of space, humans could find ways to adapt and thrive. After several hours, the ship slowed as it approached a cluster of rocky planets orbiting a bright yellow star. Ara activated the external scanners. These worlds are rich in resources but unstable in structure. The species we are tracking may use them as staging points. Stay alert. Humans have the capacity to innovate in situations where others rely only on brute strength or technology. Suddenly, the ship's sensors detected movement. A fleet of small, sleek alien vessels emerged from the asteroid belt, moving with precision and coordination. Liam felt a surge of adrenaline. This was not a simulation. This was real. Ara's voice was calm but firm. Observe their behavior. Humans are different because you can adapt to unexpected situations. Watch, analyze, and be ready to act. Their patterns will not account for human ingenuity. Liam studied the vessels, noticing that they moved in predictable loops but reacted to energy changes in ways that seemed complex. Using what he had learned, he predicted their next move and suggested a maneuver to Ara. If we approach from this angle, we can avoid detection and gather intelligence without being seen, he said, pointing to the holographic projection of the sector. Ara's eyes glimmered with approval. Good. Your intuition and reasoning combined are exactly what makes humans special. Lead the way. The ship glided silently through the asteroid field, moving like a shadow. Liam monitored the alien vessel's reactions, noting every adjustment. When one of them suddenly changed course, he quickly calculated a new path, guiding Ara's ship safely through the field. He felt a thrill of accomplishment. This was the first time he had applied his training in a real situation, and it worked. You are learning quickly, Ara said. Humans adapt, improvise, and overcome. Remember this lesson. The galaxy will not wait for anyone. Those who can think, act, and innovate survive. After passing the fleet, Ara set the ship down on a small, rocky moon. The surface was barren, with jagged cliffs and deep craters. Liam stepped outside, feeling the low gravity pull at his body. Ara explained, "This moon is a natural observation point. From here, you will monitor the fleet's movements and report any changes. Humans often succeed because they notice what others overlook." Hours passed as Liam observed through the ship's advanced sensors. He noticed patterns in the alien fleet's rotations, predicting supply drops and patrol routes. His observations allowed Ara to adjust their position, keeping them hidden while collecting crucial intelligence. At one point, Liam noticed a small vessel breaking away from the main fleet. "It's moving toward a nearby human colony," he said. "I think they are scouting." Ara's expression was serious. "Good eye, Liam. This is exactly why humans are invaluable. We will intercept them, but carefully. You will guide this operation." Liam felt a mix of fear and excitement. His training had prepared him for simulations, but now he was responsible for real people in real danger. He steadied his hands and mind, focusing on what he had learned: observation, analysis, and adaptation. Using the ship's cloaking systems and precise maneuvers, Liam guided Ara's ship close to the scout vessel. He noted its weak points and predicted its escape routes. When the alien vessel attempted to flee, Liam suggested a calculated interception. Ara followed his instructions exactly, and the small vessel was contained without harm to its crew. Ara turned to him, her eyes shining. "This is proof of your potential. Humans are underestimated because others cannot predict your thinking. You see possibilities that aliens do not. That is your strength." Liam felt a surge of pride. For the first time, he understood that being human was not a limitation but a gift. His creativity, intuition, and courage allowed him to see solutions others missed. He realized that even a single human could make a difference in situations that seemed impossible. As night fell on the moon, Liam and Ara returned to the ship. Liam sat in the observation room, reflecting on the day's events. He thought of the colonies scattered across the stars, each one vulnerable yet resilient. He understood that humans had survived, not because they were the strongest or fastest, but because they could adapt. learn and innovate in ways that no other species could. Ara joined him, her presence calm and reassuring. The galaxy is full of challenges, she said. Some will test your body, some your mind, and some your heart. Humans are special because they can rise to meet all three. You will face situations that will push you to your limits, but you will succeed if you trust in your abilities. Liam looked at her, feeling a sense of determination. I understand. I will do everything I can, Ara nodded. Good. Remember, humans inspire others not by force alone, but by courage, intelligence, and compassion. That is why the galaxy will come to respect and fear human ingenuity. You are part of that legacy, Liam. Never forget it. The following days were filled with continuous travel and observation. Liam learned to navigate asteroid belts, read alien energy signatures, and anticipate threats before they appeared. Each challenge reinforced the lessons of adaptability and creative thinking. Ara introduced him to other humans who had trained under her guidance, each one demonstrating unique abilities and insights. Liam realized that humanity, though small in numbers, had the potential to influence the galaxy in ways few others could imagine. During one mission, they entered a region of space dense with radiation and unstable gravity fields. Most species avoided this area, considering it too dangerous. Ara explained, humans can endure where others cannot if they understand the environment. Observe carefully and adapt. That is your advantage. Liam guided the ship through narrow channels, avoiding deadly radiation pockets. He adjusted the shields, calculated the trajectory, and modified the engine's output to compensate for gravitational anomalies. The ship passed safely, and Ara's eyes reflected her admiration. You handled that perfectly, she said. Humans can thrive in conditions designed to destroy others. Your adaptability and resourcefulness are proof of your species' strength. Remember, courage and intellect together are a powerful combination. As they approached the Velix sector's outer boundaries, Liam realized how much he had grown. He was no longer just a boy from a small colony. He had become a human capable of facing the vast unknown, using creativity, intuition, and courage to survive and succeed. He felt a deep connection to humanity, a sense of pride and responsibility. Ara placed her hand lightly on his shoulder. Soon, you will face a challenge that will test everything you have learned. But I have no doubt you are ready. Humans are underestimated, but you will show the galaxy that courage, intelligence, and heart can overcome even the greatest dangers. Liam nodded, his resolve firm. I am ready, he said. I will do whatever it takes to protect humans and show what we can achieve. As the ship moved deeper into the Velix sector, Liam gazed out at the stars, feeling both the enormity of space and the unique potential of humans. He understood now that humanity's greatest strength lay not in technology alone, nor in numbers, but in the combination of courage, intelligence, and the ability to adapt in ways others could not. He was ready for the challenges ahead. The galaxy was vast and unpredictable, but Liam knew that with determination and ingenuity, humans could rise to meet any threat. And he would be there to prove it, showing that even one human could make a difference among the stars. The adventure continued, and Liam felt the excitement and responsibility of what was to come. He was no longer a child from a quiet colony. He was a human capable of extraordinary things, and the galaxy was about to see it. Liam sat at the command console of the ship, his fingers resting lightly on the controls. The Velix sector stretched before them, a labyrinth of asteroids and small planets. Through the observation window, the alien fleet that Ara had warned them about glimmered like dark stars moving in formation. The humans on distant colonies were vulnerable, and it was up to Liam and Ara to gather information and prepare a defense. Ara stood behind him, her presence calm but commanding. This is the first real test, Liam, she said. You have learned to observe, analyze, and adapt. Now you will use those abilities to protect lives. Remember, humans succeed because they think beyond the obvious. You must use strategy, intuition, and courage together. Liam nodded. He felt a mixture of excitement and tension. He had trained for this moment, but the stakes were higher than anything he had faced before. The alien fleet was advanced, coordinated, and dangerous. Yet he also knew that humans had an advantage that others often overlooked: creativity and adaptability. The ship glided closer to the fleet's edge. Liam studied their formations, noticing subtle patterns in their movement. They rotate in small loops, he said, pointing to the display. But their sensors are not tuned for unpredictable maneuvers. We can move between these loops and avoid detection. Ara's eyes reflected pride. Good. Your understanding of their behavior is key. Humans can succeed where others fail because you anticipate, improvise, and adapt. Lead the way. Following Liam's guidance, the ship navigated through the gaps in the fleet, avoiding detection. Every maneuver required precise timing and careful calculation. Liam adjusted the shields and engines, predicting the aliens' reactions. The thrill of control surged through him, tempered by the responsibility of the lives at stake. Suddenly, one of the alien vessels detected their presence. Alarms echoed through the ship. Liam's heart raced, but he focused, recalling every lesson Ara had taught him. If we split their attention, we can escape, he said. I will create a decoy while you move the ship to safety. Ara nodded. Do it, Liam. Trust your instincts. Liam activated a holographic projection that mimicked their ship, sending it in a different direction. The alien vessel followed the decoy, giving Ara's ship a chance to slip past. It worked perfectly. Ara smiled, her eyes glowing softly. Exactly. Humans think differently. You see solutions others cannot. That is your greatest strength. They continued their journey, approaching a human colony that the aliens were preparing to investigate. Liam could see the small settlements dotting the planet's surface. Families lived unaware of the danger approaching. His determination hardened. Humans might be underestimated across the galaxy, but he would show that courage, intelligence, and quick thinking could make a difference. Ara guided Liam through the process of planning a defensive strategy. Using his observations, they identified weak points in the alien fleet's approach routes. Liam suggested placing energy disruptors in key positions and coordinating automated defenses to protect the colony. Ara followed his instructions, and together they devised a plan that combined human ingenuity with alien technology. When the alien fleet descended on the colony, the humans on the ground were ready. Energy shields flared to life, guided by Liam's calculations. Automated defense drones moved in precise patterns, intercepting incoming ships. Liam monitored the battlefield, predicting enemy maneuvers and adjusting their systems in real time. The aliens were strong and advanced, but they could not anticipate the unconventional tactics Liam devised. He used the terrain of the colony's surface, asteroid cover, and decoy signals to confuse and divide the fleet. Every action required careful thought and quick adaptation. Liam's training had prepared him, but nothing compared to the reality of protecting human lives. Ara watched him closely. Humans succeed because you combine reasoning with intuition. You consider multiple possibilities and adapt when the unexpected occurs. That is why you are capable of achieving what others cannot. The battle intensified. One alien vessel broke through the defenses, heading toward the colony's central hub. Liam calculated the trajectory and suggested a precise interception point. Ara maneuvered the ship according to his plan, guiding a drone squad to intercept the intruder. The alien vessel was forced to retreat, unable to breach the defenses. Liam felt a surge of pride. The humans on the colony were safe thanks to his decisions and quick thinking. He realized that even a single human could influence the outcome of events on a galactic scale. His confidence in humanity's potential grew stronger with every success. Ara turned to him. See how humans can make a difference? You think creatively, act decisively, and adapt to situations that would overwhelm others. That is why the galaxy underestimates humans. It is also why humans survive and thrive in the most challenging circumstances. The alien fleet regrouped, preparing for another attack. Liam anticipated their next move. They will approach from the northern ridge, he said. If we set up a trap using the terrain and redirect their energy, we can force them to retreat again. Ara implemented his plan. Energy barriers rose. Channels of light redirected the fleet's energy, and automated defenses positioned themselves in perfect alignment. The aliens advanced only to be caught in Liam's strategy. Their ships faltered, forced to retreat as the colony remained protected. As the battle ended, Liam and Ara assessed the situation. The aliens had been repelled and the colony was safe. The humans on the ground cheered, unaware of the danger that had passed. Liam felt a deep sense of accomplishment. He had applied everything he had learned, combining strategy, intuition, and courage to protect lives. Ara placed her hand on his shoulder. You have proven what humans can do. You are underestimated, yet you adapt, innovate, and survive where others cannot. This is the true strength of humanity. Liam looked out at the stars, realizing how much he had grown. He was no longer the boy from Noria. He had become a human capable of facing extraordinary challenges, using intelligence, creativity, and courage to make a difference. As the ship prepared to leave the sector, Ara spoke again. The galaxy will continue to test you. There will be more threats, more challenges, and more opportunities to show what humans can achieve. Remember this lesson. Your adaptability, ingenuity, and determination are your greatest weapons. Liam nodded, feeling a deep sense of responsibility and purpose. I understand. I will continue to do my best. Humans may be small in number, but we can make a difference. Ara smiled, a quiet pride in her expression. Exactly. Humans are underestimated, but their potential is extraordinary. You will continue to learn, grow, and inspire others. And one day the galaxy will recognize the true strength of humanity. As they left the Velix sector, Liam reflected on the confrontation. He realized that humans were not the strongest or the most technologically advanced species, but they possessed something far greater: the ability to think, adapt, and act in ways others could not. That combination made them formidable and resilient. Liam looked at Ara. Thank you for guiding me. I have learned more in these days than I ever imagined. I see now what humans are capable of. Ara's eyes glowed softly. You have learned, yes. But this is only the beginning. The galaxy is vast and unpredictable. Challenges will continue, but you will continue to grow. Remember your courage, your intelligence, and your heart. That is the essence of humanity. That is what makes you special. Liam felt a surge of determination. The stars stretched endlessly before him, full of unknown dangers and possibilities. But he was ready. He had seen what humans could achieve when they combined courage, intelligence, and adaptability. He had faced a real threat and succeeded. And he knew that whatever came next, he would meet it with the same determination and ingenuity that had guided him through the confrontation. As the ship glided toward the next sector, Liam stood at the observation window, gazing at the distant stars. He thought of the colonies, the people he had protected, and the lessons he had learned. Humans might be small, but their potential was limitless. With courage, creativity, and determination, they could overcome even the greatest challenges. Ara joined him silently. Are you ready for what comes next? She asked. Liam nodded firmly. Yes, humans will continue to grow, adapt, and succeed. And I will be there to prove it. Ara's expression was serene. Then let us continue. The galaxy awaits and humanity's story is only beginning. Remember, Liam, the strength of your species lies not in numbers, not in technology, but in heart, mind, and the will to face the unknown. That is why humans are extraordinary. Liam took a deep breath, feeling the truth of her words. He was ready for the next chapter, ready to face the unknown and ready to show the galaxy the power of humanity. The stars stretched endlessly, full of challenges and opportunities, and Liam knew that he and his species would rise to meet them. The journey was far from over, but Liam had proven to himself that humans could stand among the stars. With courage, intelligence, and heart, they could overcome any obstacle, adapt to any situation, and inspire change across the galaxy. And he would continue to do so, showing that even one human, when guided by purpose and determination, could make a difference beyond imagination. The ship glided silently through the void of space, carrying Liam and Ara toward the heart of the Velix sector. The remnants of the alien fleet that had threatened the colonies were scattered, but their presence still lingered like a shadow. Liam knew this was the final challenge, the moment when humans would truly prove their worth. Ara approached him, her eyes reflecting the distant stars. The colonies are safe for now, but the threat is not over. The main fleet is gathering in the outer systems. This is where you will test everything you have learned, Liam. Your abilities, your intuition, and your courage will be needed more than ever. Liam took a deep breath, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. He had trained. He had observed and he had confronted danger before, but this was different. The stakes were higher, the risks greater, and the lives of countless humans rested on his decisions. Yet he also felt a surge of determination. He had grown into his potential, and he was ready to show the galaxy what humans could achieve. The ship emerged from a dense asteroid field into the outer systems. Before them stretched the alien fleet, larger and more organized than ever. Ships glimmered with energy weapons, and strange vessels patrolled in intricate patterns. It was a sight both intimidating and awe-inspiring. Liam felt a mixture of fear and excitement. This was the moment he had been preparing for. Ara placed a hand on his shoulder. Remember, Liam, humans are underestimated because others cannot predict your thinking. You see possibilities that aliens do not. Use that insight, adapt, innovate, lead. Liam nodded. I understand. We will protect the colonies and we will show them the strength of humanity. The battle began with sudden intensity. The alien fleet moved swiftly, attempting to surround the colonies and cut off human supply lines. Liam's eyes scanned the tactical displays, analyzing patterns and predicting movements. He directed Ara's ship with precision, coordinating with automated defense systems and drones. Every decision mattered. Divert energy to the shields on the left flank, Liam instructed. The enemy will focus there first. Prepare a countermeasure for their energy bursts. Ara executed his commands flawlessly. The ship shifted, energy shields flared, and defensive systems activated. The aliens attacked, but Liam's strategy held. Every maneuver he made took advantage of the aliens' predictable responses, while exploiting openings they had not anticipated. Liam realized that humans had an advantage no alien could match: the ability to think creatively under pressure, to improvise in unexpected situations, and to combine courage with intellect. He guided Ara's ship through narrow spaces, using asteroids and debris as cover while coordinating strikes against the alien fleet. A group of enemy vessels broke formation, aiming directly for a human colony. Liam calculated their trajectory and devised a plan. We will create a diversion, he said. Send our drones in a circular pattern to draw them away. Then we will flank from above. Ara followed his instructions. The drones moved as he predicted, drawing the enemy ships into a trap. Liam's calculations were precise. Using energy burst from the ship and coordinated drone attacks, the alien vessels were neutralized without loss to the colony. Ara's eyes glimmered with admiration. Humans succeed because you combine reasoning with intuition. You adapt to challenges that others cannot. This is what makes your species extraordinary. The battle continued, waves of alien ships approaching from multiple directions. Liam's mind raced, combining training, experience, and instinct. He guided Ara's ship, coordinated defenses, and devised innovative strategies to outmaneuver the enemy. His actions were decisive, creative, and bold. At one point, a massive alien cruiser advanced, its energy weapons primed for destruction. Liam observed its behavior, noting patterns in its movement and weaknesses in its defense. Target the lower energy nodes, he said. If we disable those, we can force it to retreat. Ara maneuvered the ship carefully. Liam's strategy worked perfectly. The cruiser faltered, its energy systems disrupted, and it pulled back from the battle. Liam felt a surge of pride. Humans, underestimated across the galaxy, were making a difference. As the last of the alien ships retreated, Liam and Ara assessed the situation. The colonies were safe, the fleets neutralized, and the threat was contained. Liam felt a deep sense of accomplishment. He had applied everything he had learned: observation, adaptation, creativity, and courage. Humans had proven their potential, and he had played a central role. Ara placed a hand lightly on his shoulder. This is proof of what humans can achieve. You are underestimated because others do not understand your abilities. Your species survives, adapts, and thrives in ways no other can. You have shown courage, intelligence, and heart. That is why humans are extraordinary. Liam looked out at the stars, feeling a profound connection to humanity. He thought of the colonies, the families, and the people who had been unaware of the danger. He realized that humans were small in number, but powerful in potential. Courage, creativity, and adaptability could overcome even the greatest threats. The ship moved silently through space, carrying them away from the battle. Liam felt a sense of hope and purpose. Humanity had survived, but more importantly, they had proven that their ingenuity and determination could shape the galaxy. He knew that the future held challenges, but he also knew that humans were capable of facing them. Ara spoke quietly, her voice calm but filled with meaning. The galaxy will continue to test you, Liam, but you have shown that humans can rise to any challenge. Courage, intelligence, and heart are your greatest weapons. Never forget that. Liam nodded. I will remember. Humans may be small, but we can achieve great things. I will continue to protect and inspire. Ara smiled. And that is why your species will endure. You adapt, learn, and innovate. You think in ways others cannot. That is your strength. That is why humans are special. As they traveled toward the next human colony, Liam reflected on the journey. From a small boy in a quiet settlement to a young man who had faced the galaxy, He had grown and learned. He had discovered the true potential of humanity, the ability to adapt, to think creatively, and to face danger with courage. The stars stretched endlessly, filled with unknown challenges and opportunities. Liam knew that humans would continue to grow, explore, and shape the galaxy. They would not be the strongest in terms of raw power, nor the most numerous, but they possessed qualities that made them formidable: intelligence, courage, empathy, and the ability to innovate under pressure. Liam turned to Ara. "Thank you for guiding me. I understand now what humans can achieve. We may be underestimated, but our potential is limitless." Ara's eyes shone softly. "You have learned, Liam, and you will continue to grow. Humans are capable of extraordinary things, and you are living proof. Remember your courage, your heart, and your mind. That is what makes humanity remarkable." As they approached the next colony, Liam felt a sense of pride and responsibility. Humans had survived against great odds, and they had proven their value across the galaxy. He knew that the future would bring new challenges, but he also knew that humans were ready. They could adapt, innovate, and overcome. The ship landed smoothly on the colony's surface. People gathered to welcome them, unaware of the battle that had been fought above. Liam felt a deep sense of connection to these humans, to their resilience and courage. He realized that humanity's strength was not only in individuals but in the collective spirit that allowed them to survive and thrive. Ara turned to him. "This is the beginning of a new era, Liam. Humans will continue to grow, to explore, and to inspire. They will be underestimated, but they will also be admired and respected. Courage, intelligence, and heart will guide them. That is the true power of your species." Liam looked at the colony, at the people who had lived simple lives unaware of the cosmic dangers surrounding them. He felt a sense of purpose settle in his chest. He had seen what humans could do, and he knew that their potential was extraordinary. He understood that even in the face of immense challenges, humans could rise, adapt, and shape their destiny. As the sun rose over the colony, casting golden light across the buildings, Liam felt hope. The galaxy was vast and unpredictable, but humanity's courage, creativity, and determination would guide them forward. They had faced danger, overcome it, and proven their worth, and Liam knew that the best was yet to come. Ara placed her hand on his shoulder one last time. "The journey continues, Liam, but remember this: humans are special. You have proven it today, and the galaxy will see it in the days ahead. Never forget your potential, your courage, and your heart. That is what makes humanity extraordinary." Liam nodded, feeling the truth of her words deep within him. He looked out at the horizon, at the stars beyond, and knew that the adventure of humanity had only just begun. The colonies were safe, the threats had been overcome, and the galaxy awaited. Humans might be small, but their potential was limitless. Courage, intelligence, and heart would guide them through the unknown. Liam smiled, ready for the future, ready to continue proving what humans could achieve. The new era had begun, and Liam, a single human among countless stars, knew that he and his species were ready to shape the galaxy. They had faced danger, adapted, and succeeded. And with courage, intelligence, and heart, they would continue to rise, inspire, and leave their mark among the